And we're live on a freaking Sunday. Surprise, surprise, everyone. Today, I was in the middle of setting up a casting, and actually, the idea came before I started setting up the casting. So I got myself some really, really nice wax models recently, like a bunch of them. Let's see here. Adjust the camera a bit. There's some. Here's some more. Got another couple boxes. Really good price. And I got them originally because I was going to make silicone molds out of them. And the more I've tried to play with this, I've come to realize either I am doing something really wrong with the wax, which I've got some more injection wax, or some real injection wax on the way. Hey, Lisa. I'm good. I'm just recovering from market yesterday. And yeah, so I had this idea, like, because I've been really analyzing the casting thing and how I can make this a fun part of my business. And while this is fun, I'll keep doing videos on this because I'm gonna figure it out. It's the old way, but it is a dying art, and there's a reason it's a dying art. It's because 3D printing just is so much more efficient, faster. They can literally, like, well, hopefully I soon just set up, print, go work on something else. When the print gets done, you move to this step, then go do something else while this is processed, and then you dump some metal in. And, 50 rings are halfway done in the time it takes to do one or two of them. So my idea with this is I'm gonna do a fundraiser. I'm gonna just cast out all these really nice models and then put stones in them and start selling them. If anyone wants a custom one of these, and it'll be at a fairly decent price, these are probably gonna end up being one-offs. I don't think I'll be able to reproduce them in time. Go through, find the stones you want, come up with a good deal, and I'm gonna put a whole bit of my material cost basically into a 3D printing setup. You did. I would Travis Frey. Yes, now I know who the fuck that was. I'm I Mark it, bro. Mark it. I'll be getting back to you. I couldn't even figure out who it was, but I was like processing a response. Funny. That's what the subject's on. I'm hoping that people might click on the Etsy link in the description below and send me a message. And I'll try to snag my other phone. Let me go grab that real quick. So that way, if someone does message, oh God, fuck, doing markets. Oh, okay. I'm moving. Oh. Oh. Florida mating call. Oh. I found that there's one for like $40 for castable resin online. But yeah, I'm trying to get the Mars Elegoo set up. Like $500 to get the basic shit you need, it looks like. Because I'm not going into this with the whole I buy a $120 machine and expect that's the end of the vid. I feel like I need $1,000 into this. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just prepping up a bunch of these really nice wax ring models to cast them out, and then they'll hopefully what this will allow me to do is then get a nice, or a usable 3D printer and turn these beautiful rings into, while I may not be able to ever replicate the rings themselves, I can make other rings and pendants and stuff and teach people something new. So yeah, if anyone's interested, yeah, that's exactly it right there. Curing I know I need the curing box and the 3D printer at the very minimum. Um, I just yeah, after some struggles, which by the way, I'm gonna show off all of these. If anyone decides they want one in gold, speak up because once they're like in attached to this thing, it's gonna be casted in silver. I'm not expecting anybody to want a expensive gold ring, but I'll do it. I will happily do it. So these are the ones I've got set up so far. This one's gonna be an interesting set for sure. I'm kinda I'm gonna try to make a copy of that one. I don't know that it'll work, but I even went through and just dropped some random gemstones in because if nobody gets these custom, I'm just gonna set them with random decent gems and hope it goes well. See, and then I don't believe I showed this one yet. This one's pretty. Oh, and then for one of my patrons who very returning customer, she wanted an opal ring. Oh wait, she doesn't want the side stones. Never mind, maybe I'm not casting that. Oh well. Next. Will that cast properly like that? How thick is that? Oh yeah, it's thick enough. I would really love it if I had enough money to get something for Black Friday prices, but I doubt I'm gonna have it on hand. Because I also really need to order wire badly. There we go. I like to make sure that flows. Like, I'm always imagining how the water would flow and, molten metal. Bro, here, I'll shoot you that in a quick response to your email. Send me yours, by the way, because I still got your ring. Like, the one you won? Yeah, uh-huh, it's still here. There we go. Gotcha. Yes. That's Montana, by the way, just to let you know. Come on. Stop being slow. Logging into my Etsy real quick just to make sure that if anyone has anything. The link to that is in down below. By the way, Lisa, I got your ring boxed up. It will be out in the next probably Monday. Uh, I'll message you tracking tonight. All right, sorry about that. Back to work. This has promise. Might actually be able to get a wax or a silicone mold out of this one. I'm kind of sad to have to to be feeling like I have to give up on this whole silicone mold thing already, but I'm like, to do that right is an investment of thousands of dollars. And it's almost like, and it's gonna be less productive than getting a $200 printer and then the $200 curing box and all that. Like, it's just way more effective to go to the 3D printing route. And that's kind of sad to me because I love tech. I really do. But I have fallen in love with learning the old ways. There's something beautiful. And I mean, I say that with an electric freaking, wax melting pen, wood burning, which is what it's originally for, is to sketch in wood. It doesn't do the greatest of jobs at that, but it does do it. If you're wondering why I would do that to my furniture, it's a bench pen. Its entire existence is to get effed up. Like, me and that bench pen would have been best friends out at the bar when I was like 22. Oh, also another announcement, I will be doing a live stream Thursday. I don't know that I'll be able to do one the next day on Friday, but I probably will anyway. Son of a bitch. But I will do one on Thursday, a holiday stream. BYOB or wine or whatever. This one here, some major potential for it. Like, it could be a small gemstone I put in there, or it could be a gigantic one. We got some room for playing with that. And actually, just since I have it for a second, I'm gonna kind of show where this could end up. Really, the fun part. Let's see here. Let's grab some of my topaz. I got some pretty topaz laying around somewhere. The secret's in locating it. I did not do this good at hiding it from myself. Wait, there's a third box. It's missing. Why is it missing? No. Really? Like, I had 400 of these gemstones, and in the moment that I need one, I can't find one without standing up, and I don't want to. There we go. All right, so just as an example here, I've got this little container of blue topaz. Might not be the exact perfect shape, but it's pretty dang close. Yeah, drop 3 out of 4. All right, so here I have 2 checkerboard cuts and a cushion cut. Come on. Now, the lighting here is never really good for. Well, hey, I've got the casting machine and the melting furnace. I don't know about a wax injector, bro, because, like, go look at the equipment for making silicone molds. It's stupid to make them right. So there's one. And of course, I'd have to do some gem setting work. Drop in a slightly bigger one. There are options. This is why, like, and the wax injector's $200. And I'm like, why not just spend $200 on the freaking casting machine? You know what I'm saying, homie? Although, don't get me wrong, I take wax injector too. I'm just like, it feels like a losing battle. It really has. Probably more than I needed to do there. But these rings were made. Oh, okay. I get it. Dude, the casting machine in the furnace. Hold up. Do me a solid, pro. If you scroll down in the description, you will find a couple links for the casting machine and the furnace that I use. If you use those links to buy them, I will get like a 10% cut. Someday, maybe. I think I have to get like $200 in those sales. So like 20 of them or some shit, but you know, it's something. Sweet. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Like I I don't want to take advantage of my fans or anything, but at the same time, if you're gonna buy it anyway, you're not paying any extra. They're just giving me money for it. So someday you have to get so many of those. Just like how YouTube makes it so that you have to have all the, so they take 30%, and then once your account's gotten over $100 that month, they will send you a payment, which probably is, monthly if you're at the level of, like, you're actually getting ad revenue. I think I'm getting closer, though. Probably halfway there, 40%, which is hella cool because that was something I wasn't getting at all really before. "Slow and steady wins the race," is the old, that old saying goes. Every freaking penny, which is the whole reason I'm running this fundraiser. I'm just like, if I'm gonna get into that, I need to go all in, so I might as well just cast out all these rings and get myself a 3D printer set up. Oh, oh, that's cool. My website ended up getting, um, auto-renewed even though I was gonna drop it, so I still have my website for another year. So, that's something else I really hope I get running in the next year because I guarantee you if I don't have it by this next year, I'm dropping it. This is gonna be a pretty one, and I'm gonna try my best to get, let's see here. Like, this thing's got options. Pink sapphire in the middle and 2 green savorites on the outside. Uh, Savorite garnet in the middle, and I don't know what I do on the outside in that. I was saying the other day, it's like you never have the exact gemstones you want to fit the exact spot, but yeah, except for when I do. So, I've seen online a lot of people say that you can't reuse the wax, and I've learned that that's not really the case. This stem here, my sprue, is said wax, and it does melt, which means I can reuse it. Uh, I probably don't want to use it for, like, rings and stuff, but just for that middle sprue, it's not too big of a deal because it's just gonna melt right out. Really? Am I down to 3 already? Yeah, I would love to hear about how that goes for you, because I might just transfer my domain over to it. I just need to get the time. My biggest thing is I'm sick of paying such a huge cut to, like, Etsy. because they say they're at, like, some single percentage, and I'm telling you, it comes out to, like, 16% at the end. I don't give what they say or what anyone says, like, I can work a goddamn calculator, and I know what I'm losing on. But it does smell like burnt rubber when you reuse it. I will totally admit to that. It's no bueno. Etsy, I don't know. Really, my biggest complaint about Etsy is how they've done so much to screw over the small, credible artisans, in as far as jewelry goes. Like, I don't know how this applies to other fields, but I know for jewelry, because of the authenticity of metal and gemstones and so on, they just let all these companies that do really cheap jewelry get away with scamming people even when they get caught. And, you know, the way their rating system is set up, it makes it so if, like, you go complain and try to resolve this with that vendor, usually that vendor's smart enough to eat a $20 order to keep their reviews high, 1 out of every 50 or 100 orders. And so they'll just go cancel the order and refund the person before they can rate, and once they've done that, you can't rate no more, and so that's why I tell everyone, if somebody scams you on Etsy, go give them a one-star rating right off the bat, then go negotiate. And, yeah. One time I got to keep the product, I got my refund, and I got what I was supposed to get in the first place, all to change my, review. I didn't change my review. Well, I did, but I didn't change the stars, I just told the truth about it and how I felt. Fucking like scammers. Shit's not cool. I'll even give, I've had it happen on Mercari where some small time person isn't sure what they got. They're just selling, 2 little boxes, something maybe like this and another one, and most of what they got is, like, old clothes and a Nintendo, and I'm like, "Yeah, they're not in this just to scam people on gemstones. They're just selling what they can to get by." That's good faith. That's, I can't give them good stars on their, overall reliability, but I will give somebody credit for operating in good faith. That I just think that's fair. I might just be a little weird about that, though. Probably not how I wanna do this. Son of a bitch. Gonna be one of those. So hope everyone else is having a good weekend. Beautiful weather. Uh, we're at a nice. I think it's above freezing, so that's a plus. At least somewhat above freezing. Yeah. I gotta keep in mind while I'm doing this that I need to make sure that I somehow motherfucker. That's pleasant. Happy Thanksgiving indeed. Although I'll be doing another or a Thanksgiving special. You suck. It's above freezing chilly and right, yeah, that's about right. Although, I don't think we've seen 70s for a minute now, and it's probably gonna be a while before we see them again. Yeah, that's just kinda, Montucky for you. Son of a bitch. This absolutely is the challenging part here. That's a really good question. I don't know, bro, but it makes sense. I've seen a ton of videos and they always go from the bottom to the top. But when you point it out like that, it just kind of makes sense. Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably how you want to go about it. Um, I can't say for sure, but it sure makes a lot of sense. No, man, like, this is how it's been done for hundreds of years, but as soon as you said that, it's like, "Huh, I, I think they're lying in those videos now." We will explore that in future videos, bro. We will explore that. Thank you for the idea there, 'cause, I think you're onto something for sure. Yeah, about that. Cause like, if this touches on one of those rings, it could ruin the ring. Cause yeah, once you got that first layer on, this becomes a real pain in the ass. I've seen them do those rings though, and I really wanna get into that, which is also one of my excuses for the 3D printer. Fucking hates me. trying out CAD software, trying to figure out which one. I hear you there. I haven't really tried any of them out yet, but I've been kind of looking into them a little. Okay. I don't like doing what I'm going to have to do here, but sometimes I just ain't got a choice. So you get yourself in one of these little spots in there, and you're struggling to, make sure things are melted on there appropriately. Well, you just get a piece of copper nice and hot and go and get some fine-tuned melting. Although perhaps we don't want the flame that close to wax that melts. So there is that to consider while you're doing this part. Okay. Can't believe that worked, but it did. Sometimes I find that I'll get a little tiny connection point, and what I'll do is I'll just grab a thin piece of wax, pull my burrs that I keep dropping out of my trash drawer, and then I will just go melt this wax right onto, the spot. Huh. Shocked that happened twice in a row. It works. It'll be a couple days before I get to cast this, because I'm not sure that I have enough silver on hand. The core of this is going to be like 2 ounces without the rings. It is what it is. Actually, that middle sprue alone, I already know is like 25 grams. Well, crap, I've got room for at least one more ring. Wait, waste not, want not, right? Wait, file. Oh, yeah. Well, and so that's like what I have here. Except for these are wax models, and I know I turn these into freaking, you know, with enough work and practice and all that, I could turn these into some really cool freaking sets. Like, come here. Those 2 rings. I'm not casting those because those are beautiful, and when I do cast those, it'll be in gold. I've got a couple like that. And these are all like stupidly thick. And so yeah, I'm a little sad that I'm doing this, but if it'll help me get the funding for that 3D printer, it's worth it. 100%. All right, so I need a little chunk of something big enough for a sprue. Here. Sprue, melted sprue. Man, fuck this thing. This electric pen sucks compared to using a pair of tweezers and a piece of copper. Seriously. You're being a bastard today. The wire is totally doing a better job for me. I don't know how I convinced myself that the pen was better. Angle that bottom one down here in a minute. I'm gonna take the time to make sure none of these are touching or anything, because that would not be good. Also, find me the best open spot in here. You know, it's funny, Pro. Everything here, or wire is always the answer. Always. No matter what type of wire it is, it's the answer. You guys want to watch the whole process of how this gets put into casting stuffs? I might just be able to show all of it. We'll see. All right, so first I have to test and make sure that the flask will go onto it. So I don't really got duct tape, but it would be one of the possible answers to what's next in this process. Um, I've got all these holes on the side. After I make sure that the models aren't touching that steel, can I do this without having to stand, please? Not. Oh, ow. I blame you because you're a cat. Need I have more reason to blame you? I don't know where the fuck my tape is, and I ain't got it in me to walk around looking for it. So I grabbed something that's actually far more useless than the tape I was going to use. This is for priority mail. They don't supply this anymore for free, of course, because, they doubled the price of shipping with priority mail and then cut the services with it because they're a bunch of bastards. So, since none of my models come even close to the bar that I'm going to remove before long, it has very few uses to it. If they were higher, I'd actually build this up higher, and I still might a little bit, just to make sure that there's a little extra room. No, of course you would, because you're a bastard. You hate me. There we go. All right. Shit, there's no avoiding it for this next part. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna need more room. Oh, I need more powder too. All right. But that's why I bought that by the 40-pound bag. attitude notwithstanding, what are you up to? Huh? My dear cat. I know far too much to fall for that. Alrighty, so I have this wonderful mixing bowl that was given to me, or either loaned or given to me. I'm not sure, but if they ever ask for it back, they can have it back. But at the very least, they loaned it to me, and it has been super useful. Water. Gotta have water. We're unplugging that because I'm going to clean that out today. No, I'm not. Soon. Shit. Come on now. Ain't gonna be a total bastard. Then we dump our powder into that. Definitely not enough powder. Okay. Now, most responsible casters measure all of this. But measuring is for wussies. Here at Celestial Reach, we just do shit. Inability to measure something will never stop me from creating. That's for sure. And I pour some water in there. I've found that it's way better to start with not enough water. Just in case. Because, like, this time, I'm pretty sure I used too much water. Definitely used way too much water. Way too soupy. Damn shame. From the way it looks, I'm just wasting investment right now, but gotta do what I gotta do. Should be plenty. There we go. I'm doing this slowly. Oh shit, sorry. Didn't realize how badly out of frame I was there. Doing this as slowly as I can so that it doesn't break any of the rings off. You fucking kidding me? Really? Well, on the bright side, none of that was wasted. On the downside, some of this probably will be. I'm usually not. It's totally a just off the cuff surprise fundraiser. I'm trying to come up with some money to get a 3D printer, so I'm casting out a bunch of rings. If anyone wants a custom, they should head over to my Celestial Reach, and the proceeds from that custom will go to a 3D printing setup, which, or any of these rings, uh, which I'll then use, to make more content. But yeah, I have a bad habit of just like out of nowhere going live, not telling anybody that I'm planning to do so. I also I'll be doing one on Thanksgiving though, just to let you know. Right on. All right. And there. Enough to top it off. Though it is a little thicker in comparison, but that's okay. I think. If not, I will find out the hard way. Alrighty, and then from there, I throw the uh, rubber bowl into the sink and have water flowing into it, just to clean and get it cleaning out, and then boom, there we go. Oh. I wish I could get the camera to reach over here, but I can't. But this is where I use the vacuum table or investment table. It's on springs. You just tap it, and it'll help shake some of the bubbles out. Probably not perfect. I know, but still. Oh. You can kind of see some of the foamy leftover look that it has. Oh, right on, right on. It's all good. I'm this stream's probably about over. Because that was all the idea and motivation I had in me at the moment. I did farmers market yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't have any sales there, but some other patrons and supporters and just random people showing me love online. I think I had 2 sales and 2 inquiries. I'm hoping the inquiries will come back to me because if one of them does, it'll be the printer in itself. If whoever's or if you're watching and you were thinking about that sapphire pendant, half of that'll go straight to my rent. The other half will go into the 3D printing setup. But so that pretty much concludes my stream. I'm trying to think of something else I can do, and then I'm beat. I got to go clean that bowl out, and I think I'm going to listen to Mistborn for a bit. I appreciate people showing up. I look forward to seeing you on the holiday stream, Thanksgiving. If you can't, I don't know that we'll be doing one Friday, but I might anyway, just to try and, fundraise some more. So, hey, you too, brother. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate everyone who showed up to watch this. I just got a wild hair and was like, let's just go see what happens. What's worse is gonna happen? Yeah, Lisa. I'll get you the track in here in a bit. I'll try to remember to message you. I probably should have checked Etsy again to see if anybody had. No. Okay, that's all good. Y'all have a wonderful weekend or what's left of it. Good luck on the Jeep. Lisa, take it easy. Peace out, guys.